Standard-based instruction. Its main idea is the mastery of a skill in a student's knowledge. Standard-based instruction is a system of instruction based or centered in students, what the student should know and do, and if the results are visible and measurable. This is really useful because we can put in practice the skill and develop what the student should learn. Standard-based assessment. Its main idea is the comparison between a student proficiency and a set of standards already established. It is a method to evaluate how good the student mastered a determined skill. It's useful since the skill and objective are introduced from the beginning in the learning process. It's said to be achieved with efficiency.
Learning standards. In this standard refers how learning is developed through content, performance, and development. It focuses on the specific knowledge that students should know and understand. In addition, skills are required to put in practice in order to focus on the assimilation of contents by students. Finally, the three standards are useful for teachers in order to have a better development with the students and learn their understanding level according to their class or level. And it helps to teachers to have a better understanding with their students and make sure that the competencies are focused on the students' content. Advantages of SBA. In this point, the students should develop the performance in the language. Also, they might have areas of opportunity. If so, need to be corrected and also find different ways to improve that. In this case, the teacher needs to make sure that the students will have a good performance during the learning path through different assessments and tasks to develop so at the end the students will have that reflected on their grades and check if they are doing well. We'll be able to identify the areas that they need to improve and the teachers need to help them and provide an accurate feedback in order to have a better understanding about the topics learned in classes.
Standard-based assessment creation. In the main idea is allow the teacher make judgment about the learning of each student. In summary, it's the way the teacher creates the material to evaluate group assessment. In reflection, it's help to know what a student can do it in relation to a topic.
CEFR in language assessment. The main idea is focus on the progress of the learners in which level learning usability relate to European language. Summary. The CFR is used to describe in general concept the learner's language ability, describe what the person can do using language, and measure the progress from the lowest on the highest. Reflection is very interesting, the CEFR, because it provides the level which are beginner, intermediate, and advanced that describe the language learning or their levels of abilities.
Assessing general language proficiency. Main idea: how to create an assessing general activity, having three things to get it. The test should use listen, speak, and read. In the case of summarize, when we create a test, you should take in account three different answers. It will be easier for the learners. Number one, the four skill. Number two, any skill should be independent each other. And number three, critical thinking. In the case of reflection, it is vital when you create a test, the interaction each other is very important, because when people do that, they develop better their proficiency. In that way, learners will be ready to performance the four skill.
Approximate a lot of time to move from one level to the other in the general consideration. So The main idea is to evaluate the student if they accomplish the requirement to be promoted for the next level. So each level it had to be measured how much comprehension they got. In order to know this, it's necessary that students do a test. Like this, they will show if they are capable to advance to the next level.